Good morning, everyone. So today we are going to start with the listening item types where we left yesterday. We practiced essay writing with the templates yesterday, and then we just practiced the listening item type, which is filling in the blanks and highlight incorrect words. Those two item types, right? Now the remaining one, all the listening item types, we will be completing today. Guys, the classes are provided by CECA. As you can see on the screen, there are different kind of services we deal in. And right now you can consult for any services and there are no charges for that. Like if you want to ask something about student visa, if you want to change the education provider, if you want to change the course. So everything you want to get a counseling for the same, discussion for the same, there won't be any charges, right? So you can get a free expert education advice, right? Same implements to PTE class, IELTS class, and NATI class, right? So no charges, no hidden cost, no money to be paid. It's completely free of the cost, right? And also we deal in the Canada migration. If you want to assess your option with the Canada migration, like are you eligible to apply for a PR there directly, or what are your chances to get migrated to Canada? So that thing is also done for free. Like free eligibility check is done as per your document, and they'll let you know what are the requirements, are you eligible or not. So this is also you can come to know, and you don't have to pay anything again for the same services. So these are the services we are providing right now, and we're not charging anything for that. And the classes, yeah, there is no fixed number of the classes you can attend. You can attend any number of the classes every day. There is no limitation like that. So whenever you feel like you want to have a class for PT, NATI or IELTS, you can just simply log in into the Zoom and use the link, and you can get in the class, of course, at the given time, right? All right, so let's start with the listening today. So the listening we were practicing, we did 2 item types of the listening yesterday. So today we will be doing summarize spoken text, right? So summarize spoken text, as we generally say it, SST, this is the first item type of the listening module. When you get the listening section started, so the first item type on the screen will be summarize spoken text. For this item type, there is an individual time, right? That means you will be given 10 minutes for this item type only, right? So this is like you are listening to a lecture, like listening to a recording, right? And then you are writing a summary of that lecture in your own words, right? So this is what you will be doing in this item type. You got 10 minutes to do it. You will be listening to a recording first, yeah? After that, here, you will be given 10 seconds to prepare, right? So might you have taken the key notes, right? Definitely you are taking notes while doing the summarized spoken text as well. So you are taking key notes while you are listening to the recording here. After that, when the recording is finished, you will be given 10 seconds to prepare, right? And after that, you will be given 10 minutes, right? As soon as the 10-minute timer starts, that means that is the time given to you for write the things, like write the summary, including the key points, and finishing of your answer in those 10 minutes. So in 10 minutes, what we are doing, we are writing, editing if we want, if anything we want to edit in that, and we are proofreading. So these are the 3 things we are doing in the 10 minutes time, right? And one more thing here, when you are doing this particular item type summarize spoken text, it's important that so you are writing your summary, you are including the key points mentioned in the lecture. So the more key points you are picking up from the lecture, the more marks you will be getting on the content part, right? Now this summarize spoken text, it is a listening item type, but it is imparting score, or it is giving score to the writing module as well. So you are writing good grammar structure here, you following the good pattern here, the spellings are correct, the punctuation marks are used right correctly, you will be getting score in the writing as well. So this has the potential to give mark in the listening, of course, right? And besides listening, it gives you score in the writing. So this module alone can boost up your writing score as well, right? So this is important question. Summarize spoken text. And how many questions you will be having here? Maybe you're having one summarized spoken text, or maybe you're having two summarized spoken text, right? So it can range from 1 to 2 question. And yeah, 10 minutes for every question. If there are 2 questions individually, you will be getting 10 minutes each, right? If there is only 1 question, so 10 minutes for that particular question. And after this, after summarized spoken text, there are 7 other item types in the listening, right? But there is no individual timer provided for any of the item type after this, right? Because you see the recording finish, that means after that maybe you consuming 30 seconds to find the answer, 1 minute to find the answer. So and that is your time management, how you are managing your time, that you are just completing all the question and reaching to the last question of the test of the listening, which is write from dictation. Again, important question, right? So this will be the first question. After that, there will be 7 more item types, and last question will be write from dictation. So when you are doing the write from dictation, you understand, okay, this is the ending of the exam. So write from dictation only will be having 4 to 5 question, except that every other question you will be doing here, there will be 2 to 3 question in every category, in every item type, right? So here I already shared a template with you guys when I sent you a template for the retail lecture. You can check your mails here. Can you please have a look into your email, the image I sent you? If it's not with you, just let me know so that I can send you right now, or I can just share on the screen right now. Do you have the summarized spoken text template with you, SST template with you? No?
I didn't receive any email.
All right. So, okay, let me share it on the screen only so that you can take a screenshot, right? So this is the retail one. Just a sec. I'm sharing it on the screen. Okay, just a sec. I need to stop here and share the screen with you all with the template. Just a sec. So here it is. Let me download it. Okay, so here it is, this one, right? Okay, this one. Sorry. So the speaker was discussing about dash in a sophisticated manner. He primarily if it's a male, she if it's a female, primarily emphasized on. Additionally, not only highlighted, but also mentioned that the orator further stressed on. Finally, it is concluded that the lecture provided crucial information about, again, you can write the topic here, or if you got anything sort of conclusive from the lecture, you can write that phrase here. So these spaces, some student, what they do here for the SST, they simply, you see, there is a word count here as well, like 50 to 70 words, right? So these are the words, these are around 40 to 41 words, right? In the SST, right? Summarized spoken text template, there are already 42 words. And the minimum limit for this answer is 50 words, that you cannot write less than 50 words. And if you feel like I'm a student, I cannot frame the good sentences, then what you can do, simply pick up the words from the lecture or from the notes you have taken. Of course, you are taking notes from the notes you have taken. Just quickly write those words which give a proper meaning, according to the lecture to the sentences, and that's it. You are done with the SST task, right? And if you feel, no, I can frame better sentences, or I can add phrases in these spaces given, so then you just pick the phrases, fix them in the given spaces, right? So this is how you are completing this answer. So this is 50 to 70 word question when you are writing 50 to 70 words, right? Just a sec, guys. Just a sec. All right, thank you. So take a screenshot of this one. Let's go back to the other screen. You done here? You done here to taken the screenshot? I think, guys, you can unmute yourself, right? And talk. Are you able to unmute you? Or it's like it's not happening with you all? Okay, it's like you can unmute you. Okay, right, fine.
Yes, ma'am, all done.
All done.
Yes.
Good, thank you. So here, yeah, summarize spoken text template is given to you. 50 to 70 words are the limit here. And remember that if you're writing less than 50 words, you will be losing mark. You cannot type more than 70 words, but just in case you are able to type, I know if there anything updated in the test. So if you even able to type more than 70 words, you are not typing them. You are keeping it to 50 to 70 words only. It could be 60, 65, 69, exactly 70 as well, but it must not be 71. It must not be 49. All right. And you see, there will be a box given to you, right? When you'll be sitting in the exam. So you see, there will be a sort of box here. And on the left bottom corner, again, there will be word count, right? That will be telling you how much word you have already written. And after there on the, right hand side bottom corner, it will be having time left. So it will be keep telling you 10, 9, 8, how many minutes you are left with for this particular task, right? And beneath the box, right? Beneath the box, there will be cut, copy, and paste. 3 button type options. You can utilize them while typing. You want to delete something, as I told you guys, whenever it is a writing thing. So if you want to boost up your spelling bar, so what is the best thing? Don't use the backspace key. Always use these cut, copy, and paste options, right? So always whenever you feel like I just the word is not right, or I just want to change it, so select that word and press cut. In that case, definitely you will be able to cut that word. You want to paste the same word somewhere else, copy that and paste it somewhere else. So use these options instead of using the backspace key for deleting, right? So this is all done for the summarized spoken text. Any question you have in your mind for this summarized spoken text? Because now we will be doing the question itself. I'll be making you hear a lecture, and with the help of the template, right, you are framing a summary of 50 to 70 word. 10 minutes will be given to you for the same. And remember that the word limit is 50 to 70. Maybe you use the template, it's your choice. Maybe you're just going by your way, it's your choice. But if you just making a summary in your own words and not taking the help from the template, make sure you are using the right sentence structure. The spellings are correct. Punctuations are used. What punctuation we used here mostly? The first letter of every sentence need to be capital. After every sentence, you are putting a full stop there, right? So this is summarized spoken text. It is not the summarized written text. where we are writing only one sentence. Here, definitely we're writing 2, 3, 4 sentences as per the way you are framing the sentences. It could be 4 for some, 5 for some, 3 for some, right? So provided that you are in this word limit, right? So now I'll be making you here a lecture. What we all guys doing together, even me, we taking notes of that lecture, right? And how we can take notes by using, how we are taking notes. These are the first thing while you are taking notes. Always develop the abbreviation for you for every word. Like suppose I have to write option. Now writing option in the erasable notepad taking more time. So I just framed this one. For option, my abbreviated form is OPT, right? I have to write, suppose, what? Like I have to write service. Like there is a note I'm taking and it's saying service. So for me, I just framed this abbreviated form for service. That means whenever I will be writing in the notes SER, that means I'm writing their service. So this is your task here, that this is one thing while practicing, you always frame some sort of abbreviation for yourself because it will speed up the process of note taking. Second thing for the same is like use sign language, sign or symbols, right? Sign or symbols, like if I'm writing something positive, if I'm writing something negative, right? And if I want to say something is going upward, so I can use an arrow. I can write, I can draw an arrow pointing upwards, right? So it will show something is increasing. Same way, vice versa, if I want to say something is going downward, so what I can do there, I can simply draw an arrow pointing downwards. So this is like using sign and symbols. So even if you can develop some more sign and symbols for you, because definitely the more fast you are taking notes, the more information you can take out from the lecture you are hearing right now, right? So the abbreviations, one thing, because don't get into the writing whole spelling of the word you are writing. Sometimes the word is quite lengthy. It's like international student advisor. Now I know I'm hearing this word. So what I can do here, I know INT is international, STU is student, advisor, ADV. I can get it. When I'm just looking at my notes, I get this. I have written international student advisor. Rather than I just invest time in writing the complete word, you see, till the moment the next sentence, it will go on away. So these are the few tricks you can use while you are just taking notes. And what things you are taking down while you are taking notes, especially concentrate on the nouns, concentrate on any dates given, right? So these are the two things you mainly concentrating on. Definitely with the nouns, whatever explanation they are adding to that. So additive sort of point to the information you are hearing. And contradictory statement if you are hearing anything. So these are the things you basically taking down as the notes from the lecture you are hearing. You should be really fast while taking notes, because spending more time on writing one word, that means you're losing another important piece of information maybe, right? So now I'll be playing a lecture. Just let me know first you can hear it.
Around my house, around my office, I found some surprising thing.
Okay, just let me know if you can hear the volume and everything is fine, so that I'll play. This is a demo sort of only.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, sure. This is playing in.
During the time of the Aztecs, cocoa was mainly used as a beverage. Wines and drinks were made from white pulp.
So the volume is fine?
Yes.
Yes. All right. So this is how the lectures will be. And before the lecture will start, you will just have 5 seconds to get ready in the real exam as well, right? So now this is the next lecture I'm playing. And this is your question. You guys are taking notes as I told you, and then you're framing a summary of 50 to 70 word. You will be given 10 minutes for that task. Okay, this is 10 seconds. Sorry, 10 seconds you'll be having. 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, and 1. And it's playing now.
Sea creatures are inspiring the latest devices that harness wave power. This one, called the oyster, sits on the sea floor and opens and closes as waves pass over it. Cables attached to generators on the shore. Since the November 2009, it's been powering 9,000 homes in the Orkney Islands. Another device looks like a snake. The Anaconda is made from a rubber tube filled with water that floats just below the surface. When the swell hits the front of it, the tube squeezed above ripples down its links and powers a turbine in its tail. Prototypes are currently being tested, but the full-scale version will be 2,000 meters long. This system also looks like a snake, but this one is made of steel. It floats near the surface, where waves make its joints smooth. This drive hydraulic system that power electrical generators, like the Anaconda. It's still being tested. Results will prove that these devices are up to the job of supplying variable sources of green energy.
So that was the lecture. I hope you have taken the notes. If you have not, I can play it right now twice as we are doing it for the first time. But if you have taken the notes, then it's all good. You can frame a summary. Use the template given to you by me. Or if you want to hear it again, just let me know. But in the exam, every recording for the listening part, it will be played once only. There is no second time playing. For anything you are hearing through the audio, it will be played once only. There is no another chance. So you guys writing the summaries? Nobody wants to hear the audio again? It's all good? Okay, if it's all good, then it is 10:35, so 10:45. You got 10 minutes, type in your answer and send in the chat box. When you're framing the sentences, keep in mind the sentence structure need to be correct. Even if you're adding the information in the blanks given, the structure need to be taken care of, because that's how it can boost up your writing score, and definitely the score will goes to the written discourse as well. So that's another bar for the scoring. In the when you see the scorecard, it says written discourse. So the marks you will be getting if you are writing all the sentences in the right structure. That's how that bar moves up. And spellings is the another thing. Punctuation is the another thing. Keep in mind while typing. Work on your typing speed. Okay, it's 39. 6 minutes. Okay, got one answer. That's fast. In almost 6 minutes. So, Ashmita, I'm reading on your answer. Yeah, that's what I can see. You're only able to pick keynotes. Okay, so sometime we're not able to pick up the good things. Good things that mean the exact keynotes. But always remember with the template, even if you are picking only 7 words, I'm saying words from the lecture, still you are able to frame a summarized spoken summary or summarized spoken text summary. So just attempt the question according to the right grammatical structure, spelling and everything. And yeah, Ashmita, I'm reading your answer. The first sentence is fine, but it should not be in C, right? I'll tell you why it can't be like that. But yeah, it is something about the one thing you are mentioning in the topic sentence. And then, so yeah, many things, I won't say many things, but yeah, you are able to pick at least 3 things from the lecture, which are actual the keynotes. And sentence and punctuation wise, it's fine, except when you have written, but also mention that steel. So there, why you are putting a comma? It is not needed there. It's a wrong use of punctuation. You see, right? And besides that, it's all good. Priyanka, about different types of differences in a steel. It's not steel only, not steels, right? And then he mentioned that it looks like, yes, this is right. So look like, not likes. Okay, it's not free energy, right? Okay, so Priyanka, the sentence wise, it's fine. As you just picked up the words and fixed up them in the template, it's good. So there are two more things besides this which also need to be there in the lecture. But yeah, it's fine. It's, I would say, a right answer. Anjali. But further, there are some information on variable in these devices. And the supply variable in these devices is source of energy. There are some information on cables attachment. There is some information, not R. And the supply variables in these devices is the source of energy. This sentence is not right. A considerable amount of significance was laid on that these devices are meter long. 200, it is not 2000 guys, it's 200. So the full version is 200 meter long. That's what they said, not 2000. So it's like a, okay, overall. After overall, whenever you're using a connector in the sentence, as you are writing overall, after that there need to be a comma, right? Overall, comma, then new devices are more powerful. All right, so the answers I got, I can say they all are average, right? But Anjali, there is a sentence formation error, right? And punctuation error. So that need to be taken care of. Okay, anybody else typing in? Shall I say the answer or anybody else is typing in? Just let me know, please. Okay, fine, Michelle, nobody. Why not in C? Yeah, Shmita, I'll coming to that. Okay, so the guy's answer here is what are actually key information discussed in the lecture. There are 3 devices inspired by sea creature to generate green energy. That's why it's not in C, Ashmita, because they are talking about 3 devices which are inspired by sea creatures. To do what? To generate green energy. Okay, guys, I got Akanksha, your answer. I'll be checking that. Remember, when I'm just saying the key information from the lecture, you are actually noting that down. And why you are noting that down? Remember that this lecture can be repeated in your exam as well. And if you already know this is the keynote, these are the keynotes, you see you are already prepared. So it's very important whenever we done any lecture and I tell you the exact answer to that, kindly take a note of that so that you are just having some memory of that. And if that's going to be a repetitive question for you, so you feel really lucky that day, right? Okay, there are 3 devices inspired by sea creatures to generate green energy. That's the thing they are talking about, right? That's the lecture is about. The first one they discussed is Oyster, OYSTER, Oyster. Since November 2009, I told you to take note of dates. If there are dates mentioned, take note of that. And yeah, Anjali, you mentioned Oyster. That's good. And oh, sorry, Kanksha. Since November 2009, it has powered. Since November 2009, it has powered 9,000 households. So the Oyster, that's the first one. What he did since November 2009, it has powered 9,000 households. The second one they were discussing was like a snake made of rubber steel. Like a snake, sorry, made of rubber tubes, right? So it can power turbines with its tail. It can power turbines with its tail. Its full version is 200 meter long. So its full version is 200 meter long. The third one is like snake but is made of steel. So this is what you all have mentioned actually. And second and the third are under test now. Second and third are under test now. So these are the key informations discussed in the lecture. All right. Nice try. Three creatures who are being tested by the tiny devices discover who stretches his body as the waves pass over it. Secondly, the speaker provided brief information about snakes as how they stretch themselves below the surface as the wave come. Thirdly, he highlighted information about steel, who generates electric generator like Anaconda. In a nutshell, these all sources are of green energy. Latest devices and these sophisticated. Okay, so if you're writing latest devices, so maybe we are writing including with that, we are also giving information on what sort of devices we are talking about. Okay, so let's do one more lecture, and I hope this time it is more clear to you guys what we are expecting here to do. So this is very small, very easy. It will be beginning in 3 seconds. Be ready to take notes.
How often does a civilization occur? By studying that, we could look at stars that are suitable for the development of civilization.
Okay, if you're not ready, I can play it again. Or is that fine?
Yes, ma'am, please.
Okay, just a sec. I'm doing it. Just a sec. Okay, now it will be start playing. Be ready to take notes now. Okay, it's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yeah, Anjali, I'll be saying it to that, right?
How often does a civilization occur? By studying that, we could look at stars that are suitable for the development of civilizations. How many new stars appear every year? 7, but some stars are too cold and some are too hot. Only about 20% can be considered as suitable. We all know that there are some factors for species and animals to survive and reproduce, including environmental conditions, temperature, tolerance range, body size, weight, diets, seasonal and daily activity, behavior, and the altitude they live. Animals migrate to find a new habitat because the change of environment, and only species that have the tolerance for new environment could survive and reproduce. Human beings are the only organism that makes extensive use of technology to extend the limits of its natural tolerance range.
You want to hear it again, or is all good? Okay, guys, then if it's good. 10:52 is the time. Got 10 minutes. Think about how you can frame an answer here, and then give an answer in a written. And don't feel like that, lazy for writing the answer. Why? Because the more you will be typing in here, the more you are getting in your hands-on practice for real exam. Because I know, while sitting at home, maybe we don't get time to practice. Now this is your platform, so you can just practice to write the words in correct spelling with less use of time, with less of the typo errors. So just if you are just have a chance to write 1 or 2 times, so kindly type the answers, right? Don't be feel like not typing or lazy kind of, right? And Anjali, the answer you sent me using the template. Additionally, he not only highlighted devices, it should be like that. No apostrophe s is needed here because devices is not an uncommon plural. Normally we hear devices, right? Word. So the apostrophe s like this is only to be used when we are writing any unknown plural, not commonly used, right? So devices are not steel surface, but also devices are not only steel surface. This should be like not only, then but also. Then it will make a sense here, right? Some source of energy. You see, this is the mistake here. Otherwise, yeah, according to the sentences, it's fine. And kindly also take a note of the word count here. So when you're done,
Yes, ma'am.
look at the word count as well. How much words are these?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. So 2 minutes has passed. Hurry up, type in. 6 minutes left. We are doing SST, summarize spoken text. Students are typing in their answer. There is a new participant join in, Benita. So that's why I'm telling you. So the participants are typing. So you have to wait 3-4 minutes, and then we can move to the next item type, and you can start with us then. Okay, got one. Yeah, got one answer. Okay, reading it on, Anjali. $64 words. Yes, okay. I'm just waiting few more answers and okay. 63 words for Ashmita. All right. Okay, let's read your answer, guys. So the first answer, Anjali. So going back. Anjali, the speaker was discussing about significance information on the species spelling is wrong, right? Laboratory, there was some information, it's not that a cold and summer hot. And considerable amount of significance was laid on that some stars are particular of species are like behavior, body temperature, all the nature should crucially involve the moment and nature help to develop and reproduce. Okay, overall the lecture provides crucial information about the environment and how nature helps to, right? This is need to be like that.
Okay, ma'am.
And yeah, the rest, there is just E, you missed that, or maybe, while typo error, you can say that. And other than that, it's fine. And Ashmita, the speaker was discussing about how often civilization occur. Okay. She primarily emphasized on suitable development of solar in the restrained percentage. That's good. She not only different species of animal and then also mentioned that new habitat. The crucial information on human extensively uses technology and manage their natural tolerance rate. It's a range, Ashmita, not a rate. And yes, this is much better. Very closely related to the keynotes. Valeria, the speaker was discussing about how often civilization occur in a sophisticated manner. All right, she primarily emphasized on which are suitable to development. She primarily emphasized on which are suitable to development. Which are, that mean you may be talking about factors. So better you writing, emphasize.
I don't know, I missed that word. That's why.
Skills are suitable for development. She mentioned that 30% of are considered, no, it's 20%. 20%, yeah. Okay. And then, and percent is one word, right? It's not two word. And you can even use the symbol here, percent. The order further stressed on animal who migrate to find new habitat and the new environment to survive and reproduce. Finally, it is concluded that the lecture preparation information about extending the limit of tolerance. All right, this is fine. Okay, I'll tell you the real, the more exact real answer and you can relate it to, but yeah, as per your answer, just on one thing, factor, and other than that, it's fine. Akanksha, the speaker provided brief information about how civilization occur, primarily emphasized new stars that come every year, but only 20% come suitable. Additionally, he not only highlighted how species live and reproduce by considering various measures such as temperature, altitude, but also mentioned that due to change in environment, species will move to some other paths for reproduction. In conclusion, only humans can live in extensive natural temperature. Okay, I like this answer, Akanksha. This is good. This is much related to real one. Priyanka, the speaker was discussing about civilization development in a sophisticated manner. She primarily emphasized different environmental conditions like this and that. Additionally, she not only highlighted new habitats but also mentioned about early species, the rate of further stress on altitude. Finally, it is concluded that the lecture for the human being just contributes 20% to it. All right, so yeah, less keynotes, but yeah, they are there and it's fine, right, Priyanka? Okay, these are the answers I received, and if I go after the real answer, it should be like that. Only 20% of starts, I'm just saying the key information. It's like how you are putting it into the template or maybe by framing your own sentence. That depends on you. Only 20% of starts, STARTS, are suitable for the development of civilization, right? Then there are some factors for species to survive and reproduce, including what are those factors? Including environmental condition, temperature, tolerance range, body size, diet, seasonal and daily activity, right? Animal migrate to find a new habitat because of environment change, but humans are the only organism that make extensive use of technology to extend the limits of its natural tolerance range. So this is the lecture is about, and many of you know that you are very close to that. But yes, The factors, like which are the factors for species to survive and reproduce, we have to include those factors. And then the animal, they can migrate, you know, when the habitat is not suitable, or they just there is a change in the environment, they migrate, right? But the human, they are the only organism that use extensive technology and extend the limits of their natural tolerance range, right? So this is the crux of the lecture we heard. Okay guys, so this gonna be the summarized spoken text. This is how it will be in the real exam. 1 to 2 questions, 10 minutes is the time. So you will be, this is how you are doing this question and everything I told you. So this was SST, 50 to 70 words, 10 minutes is the time for it. So after SST, the next item type we will be practicing today. Just give a sec. So we practiced the filling in the blanks already, highlight correct summary as already. So let's do the, okay, so likewise, let's do the highlight correct summary. So highlight correct summary, it is the, obviously one of the item type of the listening. So what this item type consists of, that we got 4 options, 4 or 5, like 4 to 5 options, right? Sorry about the spelling thing. Okay, 4 to 5 options, right? And we are hearing a lecture. We have 4 to 5 options in front of us on the screen, and we are hearing a lecture. After hearing the lecture, we have to mark out of those 4 or 5 given option, which one is the best suitable, closely related summary to the lecture we just heard, right? It's sort of vice versa item type. Summarize spoken text, we're hearing a lecture and we're writing a summary. Here, we are hearing a lecture, we are finding a summary out of given one, right? So these are much alike, that's why we're doing them together. 4 to 5 option, only one is correct, right? And after hearing to lecture, right, we have to find right answer, right? So how we are doing that? So one thing how we can do that, while listening, like while we are listening to the lecture, we are taking notes, right? This is the one thing. And other strategy to do the question here is, we are eliminating the option as we hearing them, right? So maybe this could be another thing for me. Now there are 2 things we can opt here. One, as I told you, like you are just listening to the lecture and you are taking notes, and when you are done hearing all the lecture with the help of the notes, now you're going to the option given, 4 to 5 option given, and looking at them, and you know, you are just finding which option is closely related to the notes I have taken, right? So that's how you can pick up the right answer here. And another thing, I'm not taking notes. What I'm doing, I'm looking at the option, I'm hearing the recording, and whenever I'm just hearing something out of that option, any keyword, phrase I'm hearing in the lecture, I'm going to that option and seeing if that is the same, or this is something else, or this is contradictory, right? If it's same, I'll keeping it. If it's contradictory, I'll eliminating it. Now, the thing here is, every option will have 4 to 5 key points in that, right? So now what is the thing here? So when every option is having 4 to 5 keynotes in that, so we are not, you know, matching only one piece of information. We are actually matching here 4 to 5 pieces of information. So the 4, like the option you are having, 4 to 5 option you are having, they are much similar, like with few differences. So that's make it difficult to find the right option. So we got 4 options, right? Obviously, they want to confuse us. They want to trick us down. So every option will be having much similar phrases in that, right? But yes, with a few differences as well. So basically, those are the things, the differences thing. Those are the points which we have to relate with the lecture. If one option number A, that different thing mentioned in the that point, if it's there in the lecture, this could be your possible answer. If it's not there or contradictory, then eliminate that option. So same thing you are applying to all 1, 2, 3, 4 option, right? So basically the things which are similar, they are confuse you because all the 4 option having the same 2 key information in them, and you feeling like, okay, this option have this word as well, this phrase as well, this piece of information as well, and all of them have it. So how I'm finding it out? So we have to actually look what are the differences in the option, and we have to focus on those differences, then relate those differences with the keynotes or the points or the notes you have taken, right? And then match them and then find which is closely associated with your notes, right? So note taking is really helpful here, guys, because there will be a lecture of maybe of 60 seconds, maybe of 90 seconds. So without notes, you won't be able to remember each and every piece of information from that, right? And obviously options are lengthy. Every option will be having one complex sentence, that means consisting of 3 to 4 points in one sentence only, right? So it is not easy to read the options at one go. You got 10 seconds to preparation time here before you will be hearing the recording, but you won't be able to read all the option because the options are lengthy. Maybe you're reading one option, 2 options, that's how you will be doing it, right? So after those 10 seconds, the audio will start playing. So when the audio is playing, what you're doing, you're taking notes, right? So when you are done with the audio, now quickly see, go through your notes, come down to your option and see which option is closely related to the notes you have taken, right? And that's how you are marking the answer here. So there will be 1 to 2 questions like that. And while taking notes, again, nouns, dates, adjectives, right? These are the things you are, and adverbs maybe, like definitely the verbs maybe. So these are the things you are specially taking as your notes. So with the help of these notes, then you will be able to find the most accurate option out of those 4 given. And the score, it is a listening item type. So listening, you're getting score here. Sorry, listening. And besides listening, you're getting score in the reading. And why in the reading? Because as I told you, the 4 options, they will be lengthy complex sentences. Every option is a lengthy complex sentence. So you are reading it, understanding it, and have an ability to match whatever you have read there with what you have listened. So that's how it makes the partial credit here for the reading item types, for the reading module. So you doing this question right, your reading score will also boost up, right? So this is the beauty of this question, right? Now how the options will look like, just let me show you one. I just stopped it, sorry. So let me show you one question, how actually it will look like. So bear with me just a second here. So yeah, just a sec here. I'm showing you how the options will be. Okay, Taran, come on. Okay. So here I'll just show you one, highlight, correct summary. This is just to give you an example of the question, like these are very small, these are again small, not 1 words, definitely not 1 words. They're gonna be sentences, complex sentences, like, yeah, this is one. Okay, just a sec, yeah. Okay. Okay, so this is here. I'll just make it visible to you appropriately. Okay. So you see here, this is option A, this is option B, this is option C, and this is option D, right? Now, as you can see here, so as you can see here, the option, they are not small, right? So they are lengthy. If you even try to read it in 10 seconds, that's the time you will be having. You got 10 seconds as preparation time, that what we call prep time, right? So you won't be able to read these options. So that's what I'm telling you won't be able to read this option. So it is always better to take key notes, right? To take notes while doing this item type, so that you can then closely pick up the option which is mostly most related to the notes you have taken, or most related to the understanding of the lecture you just heard. So when you obviously listening a lecture, it give you a rough understanding of the context in it. That's how you are just building on the right skills to find the right answer here. Okay, so I am playing the audio related to this question only, right? As you can see, there are 4 options on the screen. So this is your preparation time, and after that I'll be playing the same option for you. And you can just read that. I mean, this time you got more time as I'm just looking into the audio for it, but for the next question you'll be having exactly 10 seconds to prepare. So right, okay, I'm playing the audio now. It's beginning in 8 seconds. So now let's see how you are doing this question. You taking notes, or you just eliminating the option as you're hearing them, and see what works best for you.
Well, employers are currently experiencing a love-hate relationship with social media. Some are using it to their advantage. They're reaching more customers, increasing sales, and improving their brand image through social networking sites. They're also using them for recruitment. On the other hand, many employers continue to see the bad side of social media and believe that it poses a threat to their business. Negative comments online can damage a brand, and employers also worry that employees might spend too much time online during working hours, stopping them from working effectively and completing all their tasks. But this problem provides employers with an opportunity. Employees who spend a lot of time on social networking sites do it because they're bored. They don't feel challenged and want to fill their time. This suggests that employers should take a more active role in providing development opportunities for their staff and setting new goals. This way, they can benefit from the advantages of social media without experiencing the difficulties.
Okay, so that was the audio. You see, this is just 60 second, 64 seconds audio. So that's how you will be hearing it. And if you have taken notes and now you're sure about which is the answer to this, you can send me through the chat box, right? And be looking forward to your answer. So now you can better decide, are you taking notes or you're not taking notes, just eliminating the option as you are looking at them. So yeah, Ashmita, your answer is right. Quick answer, guys. This is not the time you will be utilizing that. So just be quick with your answer. It is either 1 or 0. There is no negatives. Okay, Valeria, Michelle, Benita, your answer is right. Meanwhile, Akanksha answer is not right. Priyanka answer is right. So the students, if your answer is right, can you please tell me what strategy you have opted up? You taking notes, or you just eliminating the option, looking at them while you listening them?
I took notes.
That's good. All right. Because if you feel like looking them, doing at the same moment, not working for you, taking notes, yeah, definitely, Benita. So that's the one thing you should be following, because that's the best thing you can do. Taking notes help you a lot here. All right. Okay. So the right answer here is C. Social media can help employer to develop their business and find new staff. However, it is a problem when an employer. You have to see which point or which option got everything mentioned in the lecture from A to Z. The main things they have said in the lecture. So it's the option you're selecting. It should be a, obviously a summary of what you are hearing. And summary is like whatever the main keynotes discussed in there. All right. So let me show you the next question here. Just a second. One more question. Highlight correct summary. And let's see how you do that one. Okay. So here on the screen got for ABCD option. A, people who are involved, ignored this one. This is the older question. A, people who are involved in education, school must work harder. C, young people need to know how to talk. Young people are being taught just 7 key workplace skills. So this is the question you are doing, and this is the audio related to the one I'm playing. Beginning in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now.
Dr. Tony Wagner believes there are 7 skills that young people need to have in order for them to find and keep a good job in today's economy. But he thinks our schools are focusing too much on tests and academic performance and aren't doing enough to teach those skills. Let me give you an example. One of Wagner's 7 skills is the ability to work in an international team. This is because little teamwork is carried out in one building anymore. When most global companies have a problem, they create teams of people from all over the world to solve it. And these people meet online in virtual meeting rooms. To succeed in this kind of environment, you need to be a good communicator and understand different cultures. Teams also need good leaders who lead by influencing others, but Wagner and the business people he interviewed say that young people today are unprepared for teamwork and leadership. Because of this, Wagner thinks that people involved in teaching and learning must rethink the way that they educate people in schools so that these young people have the skills they need to achieve a successful career in the 21st century.
Okay, so that's the audio. Send your answer. No, Ashmita, this is wrong. Answer, please. Be quick here. Okay, got it. No, Ashmita, it's still wrong. Anjali, that's right. And Benita, Meenu, and Priyanka. No, that's not right. No, Michelle. No, Valeria, no. Yes, this is Michelle, right? Valeria, yes, this is right. Benita, no, this is wrong. So even if you're confused about 2 options, just look around and see which is sort of a summary, right? Maybe sentence written in a different form, but covering the same aspect from toe to, you see, but like something head to toe sort of, right? No, Priyanka. Akanksha, yes, this is. Okay, so the right answer here is people who are involved in education need to think the way about the way they teach. It is important that young people leave school with the key skills they need to succeed in the workplace, but they do not have these skills today. And if you're giving me D option, just because 7 key places, one thing they mentioned when they begin off the lecture. So you see, this is like defining to get to work in the future. As a result, he therefore suggests the school need to change the skills that they teach in the future. So they are not adding the sentence that they are not having the skills that needed to be there in the workspaces, right? So maybe you see every option is not having that one thing how they are concluding it up. So that's make the other option stands out, and keep eliminating them as you are looking at them, right? Okay, A is the right option here, and you got it, but yeah, it's not so quick. Okay, let's see this next question, where it is. Okay, and then okay, so this got A, B, C, and D, 4 option. Right, A, B, C, D. So one more message, let me see what it is. And always the first instinct is right. That's what I believe, Priyanka. All right, so this is the audio. 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Long-term exposure to noise can lead to loss of hearing. The relative loudness of sounds is measured in decibels. Just to give you an idea of what this means, the sound of a whisper is 30 decibels, while a normal conversation is 60 decibels. The noise a vacuum cleaner makes is around 85 decibels. The danger zone, the risk of injury, begins at around 90. Continual exposure to sounds above 90 decibels can damage your hearing. Loud noises, especially when they come at you every day, all this noise can damage the delicate hair cells in your inner ear. Lots of everyday noises are bad for us in the long run. For example, a car horn sounds at around 100 decibels. A rock band at close range is 125 decibels. A jet engine at close range is one of the worst culprits at an ear-busting 140 decibels. The first thing to go is your high-frequency hearing, where you detect the consonant sounds in words. That's why a person with hearing loss can hear voices, but has trouble understanding what's being said.
Ashmita, that's right. Anjali, Meenu, no. Benita, yeah, that's right. Akanksha, Valeria, yes, this is right. Michelle, yeah, this is right. Okay, cool, you get it. So the right answer here is D, right? So like same in the exam. So same like that, you will be hearing 2 to 3 questions, right? and maybe you having 2 question of highlight correct summary, having 3 questions, so it could be somewhere around that. So D is the right option here. Now let's move to the next item type for the listening itself. And now we are practicing something like, okay, let's do select missing word. Select missing word, like what it is now. So what happened basically with the select missing word? Like we are hearing a recording, right? We are hearing the recording and the last word or phrase is replaced with a beep sound. That's what is we call select missing word. So if the last word we are hearing is replaced by the beep sound, so what is our task here? That we have to find, like again we will be provided with 4-5 options. So we have to find which option completes the sentence. That's the task here. So I am saying this sentence. Suppose the listening module of the PTE exam has 7 dash, right? And there is a beep after that. So how you can, and I'm giving you 4 options, and of course, according to the sense of the sentence, you are picking item types, right? If there is an option sort of, or 7 questions in that, 8 different questions in that. So maybe a word is missing, a word is replaced by beep, or maybe it could be a phrase replaced by a beep, right? So we have to find out of the given 4-5 option, which one is the one which is completing the sentence, which is actually needs to be there in the place of the beep sound. This is the item type, we call it select missing word. For this item type, like the last sentence of the recording, like it is most important, the last sentence, right? Why it is most important? Because that sentence will tell you what option you are picking up and how it can tell you. There are 3-4 things how it can tell you. First, grammatically. So how grammatically? Maybe the last word is an, maybe the last word is it's like a vowel word, and it tell you, okay, so okay, according to that, a vowel option is going to be the one I'm picking up. So 5 option, only 2 are starting with the vowel word. So we know that these two, out of these 2, one is our answer. So grammatically, this is one clue. Second, the preposition, right? So if it's written in, right, there is a use of preposition, suppose in. So there are 4 options, and I know with out of those 4, only one option which can be used with the in preposition. Same applies to many other preposition as well, on, sort of like that, right? And then connectors. So the sentence you are hearing, maybe the last sentence you are hearing, it is something additive nature, it is something contradictory nature. While it is starting, it will telling you however, or in addition, at last, right? So these words tell you, we call them word indicator, that maybe the lecture was about the positivity of the things, and last sentence is started with the however. That means it is giving something contradictory statement here. So we can better pick the last word by having that connector sense, right? So grammar is like a and the, and also the preposition and the connectors as well, and definitely verb tense combination. The verb tense combo, it tells you to pick the right word. How? So there is a sentence and before the beep, the word was are having, right? Are having. So now, according to the knowledge of the verb tense combination, we can pick the right phrase after that more or easily as compared to like any other clue, right? So we know that are having is something continuity, something they are saying that. Out of the option, we can see which better relates to the one and complete the sentence correctly, right? So this is one thing, and also singular and plural sort of helping verbs used. So if it's a singular, plural helping verb at the end, and before that there is a beep sound, after that there is a beep sound. So that means out of the option given, if it's are, I'm picking up something plural. If it's is, I'm picking up something singular. So this is also one way to know better what word can be the right option there out of the given one. So the last sentence or the last part of the recording is the most important, but yes, we need to understand as it begins. Why? Because that's how we can understand what this lecture is about and how this lecture is finishing off. The recording can be 40 to 60 seconds long, right? It could be 40 to 60 seconds long. And when in the status box, you know that in the exam we got a status box where it keeps telling us, and under that there is a blue bar which keep on rising with the as the recording progress. So that blue bar will tell you that if it's like, suppose it's moving, and this is the end point of that, and you know that it's about to reach to the end point. So this is the place I have to concentrate more. I have to listen carefully, remember each word said here. That's how I'll be picking more accurate option. So that's how you can know in the exam it is about to finish and I have to pay more attention now, right? Obviously this time I'm not able to show you any box here for sure, because obviously I can't show you any blue bar keep on rising here. So this time you are just judging and finding the option just by, you know, listening and everything. But yes, in real exam, you got the blue bar, which tell you this is about to end. Recording is about to end. And I'll just show you one question now. Just a second. It's just how well you are understanding the things in the lecture. The more understanding of the lecture you get, the more like obviously the exact option you'll be picking up. So I'm just showing you the next question here. Just a sec. Come on. Okay, I have to type in the option. I couldn't find them. Okay, here are the options. The first option. First option is merely a fiction paradise based in fact. Third is definitely realistic. The fourth one is a key element of our cultural heritage. The fifth one is first in a series of mythical tales. All right, these are the 5 options, and you are hearing the recording related to this. And before the recording will start, you got 7 seconds, right? So those 7 seconds you can read the option. So now you are reading along with me. So I'm playing the audio right here. Keep concentrating the audio, listen what it is about, understand the meaning, so that you can better pick the right option.
Most of the information we have about Atlantis comes from the ancient Greek philosopher Plato. He says that Atlantis lay west of the Pillars of Hercules rock formations at the Straits of Gibraltar in the Atlantic Ocean. On this huge island was a great and wonderful empire where brave, virtuous people lived in a kind of paradise. But this peaceful existence came to an end when the people of Atlantis began to love power more than they loved the gods. They waged war against the rest of the world, but were ultimately defeated by the wise and moral Athenians. Then, some 9,000 years before Plato's own time, or around 9,500 years before the Common Era, earthquakes sunk Atlantis into the sea. There is no proof that Atlantis ever existed. Many people believe that Atlantis was just a legend, told by Plato to praise the values Athenian society held dear. But others believe that the storied island was...
Answer, please. Type in, I'll tell you. Menu, you are right. Okay, Anjali, Bineta, Menu, you guys, your answer is right. And the name I'm not taking, that means the answer is not right. Okay, guys, the right answer is based in fact. Why? Because they are saying the things that it is not there, it is a mythical or something like that. But then they said a contradictory thing at the last, right? So this is the answer here, based in fact, right? So second is the answer. That's what I'm telling you. These are the things. So basically the last sentence tell you. And of course, I understand here you're not able to look when it is about to finish, so it also one problem here, but yeah, it won't be there in the exam. So these are the next question option I'm typing in. Confusing. And remember these answer, because it could be a repeated one for you in your exam as well. So just remember the answers, right? All right, so here you see irrelevant, problematic, confusing, important, and popular. You got 5 seconds, 7 seconds, and the audio will start after that.
As Asian culture becomes more popular in the United States, the ancient Chinese method of creating a harmonious environment, feng shui, is also gaining ground. Feng shui literally means wind and water. Its roots are 5,000 years old. Feng shui seeks to promote prosperity, good health, and general well-being by examining how energy, qi, flows through a particular room, house, building, or garden. Feng shui considers yin, feminine and passive energy, and yang, which is masculine and hot. It also looks at the 5 elements: water, fire, wood, metal, and earth, and the external environment. The points on the compass, with 8 separate directions, north, northeast, east, southeast, south, southwest, west, and northwest, are also in.
Valeria, Michelle, Ashmita, answer is right. Meenu, answer is right. No, Benita, this is not right. And Akanksha, Priyanka, no. Benita, no. Okay, so you see here they're talking about something that it is popular, it is dash and dash, and also adding an information in that, right? So adding information in that, what they are saying in there in the lecture, I'll tell you what was there. So they are saying there are external environment, 8 separate direction, north, east, south, west, and these all are also important. That is the answer here, right? And the whole of the transcript is Asian culture becomes more popular in the United States. The ancient Chinese method of creating a harmonious environment, feng shui, is also gaining ground. Feng shui literally means wind and water, and its roots are 5,000 years old. Seeks to promote prosperity, good health, and general well-being by examining how energy to flow through a particular room, house, building, more garden. Feng Shui consider yin, feminine, passive energy, and yang, which is masculine and hot. 5 elements, water, fire, and wood, metal, and earth, and the external environment are also important. You know, the north south direction. So they're saying the popular method is of Asian Feng Shui is becoming popular in US, that Chinese method, and what it considered important in that. So these are the factors they are saying considered important in that, right? So when you are hearing a lecture, kindly keep on hearing, think from beginning. I mean, get a meaning so that you are more close to the right answer. So this is the next option. Audio will start, you know, you keep, it is starting now.
When you first examine something under a microscope, say a leaf from a plant, you're amazed at how much detail there is, and it's detail that you simply cannot see without magnification. And what you can see with the naked eye becomes suddenly huge under the lens. How big everything looks is astonishing, but it's also amazingly intricate. Suddenly, it's as if another world has opened up in front of your eyes, and you think, hey, I hadn't realized that something so small, so tiny, could be so...
It's very easy. Yes, Valeria, this is right. No, Priyanka, Ashmita, right. Michelle, right. No, Meenu. Yes, Anjali, right. This is very, you know, I won't say difficult. This is very easy to pick up the option here. Okay, few more. Yeah, I'm waiting answer. Anybody left? Okay, so the answer here is complex. And why it is complex, you see what they are saying, that something so tiny, something like that, is so complex. That's what, like they're seeing something under the microscope. That's the lecture is about. That's what how they started off the things with. So let me just tell you the transcript. I'm just typing in the next option and I'm almost done. Okay, it says, when you first examine something under a microscope, say a leaf from a plant, you are amazed at how much detail there is. Any detail that you simply cannot see without magnification, and what you can see with the naked eyes becomes suddenly fusion to the lens. How big everything look is astonishing, but it is also amazingly intricate. Ugly, IT is another word, open up in front of your eyes. You think, hey, I didn't realize that something is so small. Chinese could be so complex, right? So small could be so complex. That means that one thing I'm looking at, which is so tiny, can be seen only with the magnification, and a naked eye cannot see it either, but still it is so complex, right? So that's what the answer here. So the next one is here on the screen, got 4 options, and this time we got phrases.
As I mentioned last week, we're going to look today at fiction writing, writing stories, and in particular at authors who have a reputation for creating characters in their books who are known as unreliable narrators. Now, what does that mean exactly? Well, originally in the 19th century, it tended to simply mean that as a reader, you just couldn't trust what the narrator of a story was telling you. This might have been because they were not giving you important information, or because they themselves, as a character in their own story, lacked some kind of personal insight. In later works of literature, this unreliability was used by authors more deliberately, with the direct intention of making a story more complicated for a reader to understand, perhaps a crime novel or a thriller. Nowadays, there's a lot more humor in unreliable narration, and it's often used to make first-person characters enjoyable to read about. So, what all that tells us as a general starting point is that this type of narration
Okay, Valeria, Ashmita, answer is right. Okay, Benita, no. Anjali, no. No. Meenu, Priyanka, Akanksha, no. No, Anjali. So this was about fiction writing stories, like the where they're creating, yeah, Michelle, that's right, narrators creating the characters, right? And then let's come to the last sentence, and it is, and it's often used to make a first person character as enjoyable to read about. Soap was all that houses are as a journal starting point. Is that this type of narration has changed over time. So third is the right option here. Why? Because what we are hearing from beginning till end makes sense, right? So that's what I told you. You have to understand with the, listen with the intent of understanding it. Like, just like a story, listen like a story, that you are hearing a story, you are connecting the dots, the characters, the words stating, the object mentioned, and then you are reaching toward the end, and they ask you, okay, what could be the ending of that? And you are just picking up the right option, right? So just hear the lecture as a story. Keep in mind, because when you're listening it as with the intent of understanding, you will be having that understanding, that meaning of the thing you are hearing to, and that's make more easy for you to pick up the option there. Okay, so this is going to be the next one and last one. Ancient civilization. The second, desert tribes. Then historical period. Then you see, these are the different stages of time, right? So these 4 options, and the recording is played in 7 seconds. And now.
Okay, so the date of the invention of the first clock is disputed among historians, but it's agreed that the first method for telling the time was the movement of the sun across the sky. When the sun was directly ahead, it was midday, and when it was on the horizon, it was early morning or early evening, according to whether it was in the east or the west. However, this method was problematic in terms of accuracy, but nevertheless, it's been used for countless years, from early humanity to
So Valeria, this is wrong. Akanksha, wrong. Anjali, wrong. Priyanka, wrong. Anybody else gave the answer can tell me.
You also said, ma'am.
Ashmita. Okay, this is wrong. Meenu, right. Benita, right. And then, no, Michelle, this is not right. And our rest, I think I said. And Akanksha, yeah. So this is easy, guys. Like you are hearing something which says, it's being used for countless years from early humanity to current days, right? Early humanity to historical periods doesn't make any sense. Desert tribes, of course not. Ancient civilization, no. These all are past days. The option where it started from is also past. And from past, it can move to the present, right? Or future. And present, future is nowhere, but yeah, present is there. So from early humanity to current days. That's going to be the right option here. Okay, so that's all for class today. So we left with few of the item types from the listening. We'll be continuing tomorrow. And of course, we'll be finishing it off, and then we'll be starting with the new module, maybe speaking. That's what we'll be starting with tomorrow. Yeah, all good? Any questions?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
No, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Yeah,
Thanks a lot, ma'am.
always. Yeah, good, good. Okay, have a nice day ahead, guys. I'm ending this.
You too, ma'am. Bye.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, bye-bye, guys. Take care.
Bye-bye, ma'am. Have a good day.